ain't got no goals. I was born to stay in the hood.
Are you gonna stay in the hood for the rest of your life?
I might.
How you gonna make money?
The government gonna take care of me. All I gotta do is have 8 kids and I'm Gucci. Do you know how much food stamps I can get with 8 kids? The hood is the land of opportunity. I can get a chopped cheese, Chinese food, and Don Julio on the same block.
Yo, nah, we're done.
I said sit.
Ma'am.
Take your item and leave.
Yep. Yeah.
I paid for it.
So take
Nah.
your leave.
Take me out of here.
Why?
You gonna take me out of here or what?
No, I don't want to. You want her to just leave?
I paid for this item earlier today and I'm not leaving until I get a replacement.
Not gonna refund it.
All right, then take me out.
Do you have a receipt?
Let's go. Take me out.
Don't touch me.
Take me out.
You want to go to jail?
Take me out. Take me out, officer, deputy, sheriff. Take me out.
If you don't leave, you're gonna go to jail, and the dog's gonna go to the ACC.
Excuse me?
If you don't leave,
My dog's on a leash.
yeah, but your dog. When you go to jail, your dog's gonna go to the ACC.
Let's go to jail, please.
All right.
I love it.
Are you refusing to leave, ma'am? Here.
Oh my God.
Go down the window. Yeah, hit him with the ba-ba. Yeah. Ba 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 ba. Mom go, mom go. Ba 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 ba.
What? What?
You wanna go outside?
Hey, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time, before we get started, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. And again, at the end of the video, and this goes for everyone, hit that like, hit that share, and comment below on what you think about the video. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. But look, this is something that we have to talk about, we have to discuss, and it might be exhausting to many people. But it's something that I believe just needs to be it just needs attention, actually. And it's because it's something that's been going on for a while. If you saw my video last week, this is practically a continuation of it. But I think I got some interesting clips from you today because I got two pastors who openly discuss or talk about the issues that are plaguing the Black community. And I think it's something that a lot of pastors, especially in the Black community, are missing. They're not wanting to touch it. They're still caught up in all of the woke and the lies of the left and things of that nature. So without further ado, let's get into it.
See, this is part of the problem I have with some of the so-called civil rights leaders. These guys fly in their personal jets. They live in gated communities. I'm not against that. Praise God, they are rich. They are doing well. And then they'll stand up and tell you, a black man can't make it in America. If you black in this country, the whole country working against you because a black man can't make it. And he's blacker than you are. And rich have gotten rich off of feeding you that kind of garbage. And there you go. You the fool. You sit there and you buy it. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm black. I can't do anything because I'm black. I'm black. But he's black. He's just as black as you are. And yet he's doing good. Convincing you that you can't get anywhere and you're dumb enough to buy it. The devil is a liar. You ought to ask him, well, why are you doing so good, Rev? Why are you faring so well? I see you on CNN, MSNBC, all on TV and everywhere. And when they have the big movie stars, and when they have their great big parties, I see you with them, and they invite you in, and oh my Lord, you're sitting at the table, and all of y'all are having a ball, and you're darker than me. You're darker than I am. Now, how is it that you got up to that table with your black self, but you're telling me with my black self that I can't? You're being fed a bill of goods. They're lying to you. If the Lord delight in you, if you do what is right, God will bless you. Praise the Lord. Now somebody's mad. I can imagine what the comments are. Make them. Who cares?
Now, that's Bishop Wooten for those of you who might be new to the channel or new to him, period. And he's the pastor or bishop at the Upper Room Church in North Carolina. And I've been listening to several of his sermons over the past year. And look, he's not playing around. He's not sugarcoating it. He's delivering the message with the cold hard truth, and that's how it's supposed to be. Heavily outspoken against all of this homosexuality that's plaguing the Black community, the loss of fathers in the Black community, this thug mentality that's rampant in the Black community, so on and so forth, right? And you see it every day. A lot of you might not want to see it. You don't want to acknowledge it. You want to take it personal that Black people are at this point in time honestly under the microscope, right? But who are you going to blame for that? You can't blame the people who are pointing it out because it's exhausting, it's tiring. You just had this whole thing with Caitlin Clark and Angela Reese in the WNBA wanting to investigate a noise that they said imitated or sounded like a monkey or a chimpanzee, and that's foolishness, right? And for a while they've been trying to make it as this big old huge deal that Caitlin Clark and her fans, or mainly her fans, are racist once it comes to the Black WNBA players. And of course, the biggest one that they're trying to showcase this about or trying to paint the victim of is Angel Reese. But let's face it, the girl can't. It's a layup. It's layups. That's supposed to be her thing, but she's not good at her thing. She's bricks for days. Okay, she's building houses right out there. But regardless, like they're taking all of they're wanting to play the victim on a lot of things. And then like Bishop Wooten said, like you got the Black civil rights leaders like Al Sharpton and them out there declaring, hey, Black folk, you can't make it. But then they're up there again living in nice luxury homes, driving or riding in nice luxury cars and vacationing in nice luxury places. But then at the same time telling the Black community that you yourself, you can't make it because it's the white man. But they're the ones out here that's supposedly supposed to be making it better for you and helping you along. And they've been at this job for decades before many of us were even born. And so, and you have those out there, like you got your new ones, of course. You got your younger generations like Hakeem Jeffries and Jasmine Crockett, who are out there, and a bunch of others who are out there trying to declare the same exact lie. And again, that's what it is. It's a lie. You have two of those, the two that I just mentioned, Jeffries and damn, I lost her name that quick. But Jasmine Crockett. And they're sitting up there, and they're in their politics. They're into politics. They're politicians. They're up there. They were voted for, but they're telling you as Black people that, hey, guess what? You still can't make it. But even though that they're there and they're making this salary, but they're saying to the same community that they declared that they came from that, hey, y'all can't make it. Foolishness, right? And I'm gonna put it out there right now, Jasmine Crockett, and it's also been noted, and it's evidently it's out there. The evidence is there that this girl did not grow up in the street. She's like what 40 something years old, so of course not girl, but young lady, woman. She did not grow up in the street. She did not grow up in the ghetto. She did not, have a hard knock life type of thing. She did not do any of that. This girl came from a family with money, and that's another thing. You have a lot of these Black people who were out here wanting to play ghetto, to play thug, when they came up in the opposite household. They came up with both parents in the home, both parents who had jobs, both parents who had money, made sure that they were not hurting for anything. But what do? They turn around and they still resort to that ghetto thug life mentality. I'm gonna show you this next pastor in a second, and he's gonna hit it, and he is gonna hit it hard. And it's just a short clip. There's a longer clip out there, and he came. This was a sermon from 8 years ago, but he hits the nail on the head. Black people can't build nothing, and it's true. And he pinpoints. He gives examples, and you can get upset if you want, but it's facts. And you see the facts each and every day. You just don't want to believe or acknowledge those facts. But it's the cold, hard truth, and it needs to be heard. You have to. It sucks, but hey, that's the community that you built, that you wanna go out there and defend, despite all of the crime and the toxicity and everything, how it's just deteriorating. You still want to go out there and fight for it. But let me not continue to ramble. Let's get into it.
Can help black people where they are. Black people had Africa, that big old continent over there. They never built one boat that was seaworthy, not one. There's not one monument in Africa, in all of Africa. I know you're talking about Egypt. Egypt is not Africa. There are no great cities that were built. Even before the first colonization of white people coming to the shores of Africa, or the slave ships, black men built nothing. No sewer system, no houses above one level, and none of them made out of stone, all of them made out of grass and wood. Black men, before the white man ever got to Africa. The worst thing that could ever happen to South Africa was when they gave it to Nelson Mandela and black folk. That was a great nation. Now, notwithstanding apartheid was wrong, we all know it's wrong. I'm against it. There should have been some other resolution, though, than turning it over to Nelson Mandela. Disease, AIDS, and crime is running wild in Johannesburg. They're killing one another over there. They're dying of sickness. The government is mismanaged. The people who ran the nation are now leaving the nation because black folk don't know how to run no nation. They don't know how, and we need to admit it. I know you don't like it, but you need to stop shucking and jiving. We got a problem. Nigeria produces oil every year, yet the children over there are hungry and pot-bellied and walking barefoot. We got a problem. You talk about the Hutus and the Tutsis. Look what's going on in Zimbabwe now with Mugabe. We got a problem, black folk. And forget about Zimbabwe and South Africa, Nigeria. Look at what y'all have done in Harlem. You can't even hold on to Harlem. We got a problem. Black folk don't understand the world. You can get mad with me all you want. You can say what you, but you can't prove me wrong. Now, I'm not saying this because I hate black folk. I'm saying it because I love you enough to tell the truth. And the only person going to ever help us get out of the situation is going to be God. There's something wrong with the black man's mind. There's something wrong with his mind. He does not understand the world. He doesn't. I don't care if he learned medicine. He doesn't understand the world. He can't even hold on to Harlem. When he was here, he moved out. We got to talk to the Lord. People, we got to talk to God.
And that was Pastor David James Manning. And again, no lies detected. The evidence is out there, folks, okay? Africa, blacks want to claim it as like the motherland, but it's deteriorating. It's horrible. And he gave prime examples. Again, this sermon was from 8 years ago. And it's just it's starting to make its rounds on social media again. And I think mostly, well, of course, the black fatigue, or ghetto fatigue is it's now being is another name for it, because a lot of people say, oh, well, of course, you got black people, but not all black people are acting like the ghetto black people. So, but yeah, the ghetto fatigue. And then but you also had the South Africans. There was like 50 something South Africans who were granted asylum here in the US because of the violence, white South Africans who are being they're being attacked in Africa. And again, like, and it's historically, you can go and look it up, that this isn't the first time white South Africans have been attacked because of the color of their skin. It's happened before, and majority of them are farmers, so they're out there and working the fields and providing food for the entire African nation. But they're being persecuted because, well, you weren't supposed to be here, your ancestors took the land from our ancestors, and la da 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 da, type of stuff like that. But you have CCTV footage of Africans, black Africans, breaking into white South African homes and attacking them. They got it on footage. And then you have the government out there declaring, hey, well, we can, without any cause or whatever, we can come out and take your land. So it's something that, and left want to be upset about it because, oh, they're white. Of course, it's the black mostly. But they're out there upset because, oh, Trump has allowed white Africans to come over here into the US, but they have no problem with the criminal illegals who are out here terrorizing our cities. Look up in New York and other blue states and see how they are treating the citizens there. And again, the pastors are highlighting the destruction of the black community, where the black, they can't build anything. And then if you give them something, he mentioned Harlem, but I'm a direct you to New York and Chicago, and you can see for yourself in today's time that the black man, the black politician who says that they're for the black community, is not doing what they should be doing for the black community. How are you going to be a sanctuary city, redirect funds from the black community and pour it into people who are literally here illegally? Some of them are criminals, hard criminals. But you want to say that you're for the black, and then have the audacity to go into the church. And then it's sick. And then you have pastors who still are out there entertaining that foolishness, nodding their heads, clapping, saying amen, while the evil is sitting right there grinning and telling them the same lies over and over again. And it's horrible. So that's why I wanted to highlight these two pastors, Bishop Wooden and David. So because it's like, I don't think that there's David James Manning, sorry, that there's not a lot of them out there that I've seen thus far who are about the truth. They don't sugarcoat it. They're delivering the cold, hard facts that the black community does not want to acknowledge. They don't want to see. You saw the clips in the beginning that I played, and you see, and you saw those two clips where there's kids are out here thugging it up intentionally, and the parents know about it. The one mom imitating a drive-by with her son, but yet they want us to continue to believe or spew that it's the white man's fault. It's the white man's keeping us there. Look at how you are raising your children. Look at what you yourself is doing to the community. Because black on black crime is through the roof. But again, they want to say it's the cops, it's the white man, it's not us, it's them. They want to play victim over and over again. No sense of responsibility, just victim mentality. But it's evident right here each and every day. And then of course society has been programmed to just like, oh, they're only acting like this because they're black, and they're old because of what happened to their ancestors and slavery. White people were enslaved too. Black people enslaved other blacks and sold other blacks, i.e. Africa. Those African tribes, they were at war with one another, and they captured the rival tribe after they fought. And what did they do? Sold them. So took them to the shores of Africa to be sold into slavery. And many other countries, continents, and they all participated in slavery in some point in time, lost. But you see how they tug at your emotions, but y'all just continue to let them just manipulate them. And they have the audacity to stand up in church, scream hallelujah, yes Lord, but at the same time you're raising a young thug at the house. It doesn't make any sense. And you don't want, and you've been programmed to just be blind to it. To just like ignore it. No, that's not the problem. Problem staring you right in your face. I'm gonna close it out with this last video. I believe this guy sums it up really, really well. And I'll close out with that. But yeah, you guys, we got to get it together. White people are finally speaking up, and think about how long it took for them to get to this point. It took them a mighty long time to get to this point. I'm sure that, of course, many of them have always been speaking of it, but most of them have been speaking about it in private. But now it's publicly out there. And a lot of black people, of course, agree. They agree. Because it's ridiculous. It's not getting any better. No one wants to fix it, legitimately fix it. But hey, I'm rambling. Let's get to the next video.
I was just told that I've turned my back on the black community because of a recent video I did about Jasmine Crockett. I've been waiting on this one. What this is called is selective morality. Let's ignore the fact that ain't no white robes running through our neighborhoods, just black folks terrorizing other black folks. Let's ignore the fact that ain't no white supremacists shooting up our blocks. It's us. Let's ignore the fact that we make music glorifying our own destruction and then cry when the streets match the lyrics. We love screaming black unity, but we'll rob, jump, scam, and kill our own people with no hesitation whatsoever. Preaching we gotta stick together, while setting up your own brothers and snaking your own sisters. Love blaming the society for why our neighborhoods look like war zones while cheering for the very culture that keeps them that way. Talking about black pride while rapping about murdering each other, turning women into baby mamas, and making it seem like being broke, violent, and ignorant is a personality trait. Everybody want to scream support black businesses, but will run to Gucci before you ever spend $1 with your own people while looking for a hookup at the same time. We want to whine about gentrification, but won't invest in your own damn community. Instead, trash it. And then cries when somebody else moves in and builds it the fuck up. And then the worst part, y'all expect every black person to fall in line with this bullshit ideology. Because how dare a black person think for themselves, right? How dare someone not subscribe to this self-inflicted victimhood bullshit? Y'all want unity? Start by looking in the fucking mirror. The truth is, black folks ain't even for black folks. The biggest threat to black people ain't Trump. It ain't the police. It ain't white people. It's us. It's our own self-hatred, our own refusal to hold each other accountable, and our own addiction to playing the goddamn victim while glorifying the very shit that holds us back. Who's out here shooting up black neighborhoods? Not Trump. Who's rapping about killing each other, robbing each other, and treating our women like trash? Not Trump. Who's making our own communities unlivable, unsafe, and uninvestable, then crying about it and wondering why they won't build up our neighborhoods? Not Trump. Who raised us to fear and hate each other more than any racist system ever could? We did that to ourselves. But nah, let's keep blaming everything on racism, while we kill, rob, and destroy our own at a rate the Klan could only dream of. Let's keep pretending every black person is on the same team when half of y'all wouldn't even piss on another black person if they were on fire. Y'all would film it and yell World Star. Let's keep screaming about oppression while cheering on the destruction of our own communities. Y'all don't want justice. Y'all don't want unity. Y'all don't want progress. You just want an excuse to stay in the same damn cycle while blaming everyone else but yourselves. So nah, I'm not turning my back on black folks. I'm turning my back on the bullshit. And if that offends you, good. Maybe it's time y'all got uncomfortable. Maybe then we can actually fix the problem. So I was just told that
Again, no lies detected. You hate to hear the truth, but the truth shall set you free. It's not supposed to be sweet. You can't try to sugarcoat it. You can't try to sweep it up under the rug. You gotta stop making excuses for it and call it what it is. And he was. And the pastors too. Again, the pastors too. Those, if you are in a church, and I'm putting this out there, if you are in a church who is not preaching the gospel as it should be preached, who is not telling you the truth, who is out here continuously blaspheming and just pulling in people just to fill seats and stuff, you need to leave the church. You need to leave the church. You are not getting the true word. You're not. The word isn't supposed to make you always feel warm and good and fuzzies. The truth is not the truth is not supposed to always feel good and it's supposed to convict. And we can't get to where we want. We can't get where we want to be if we continuously follow the lies of those who are in the pulpit. And a lot of you just want to be in there because it's a black pastor. Well, guess what? There's other pastors out there who aren't black, and they are giving you the word as it should be given. They're giving you truth. And y'all might be, well, she always on the black community, because y'all the ones who are always out here wanting to proclaim yourselves as kings and queens and the victims this and white man did us wrong that's why. We owed this, y'all ain't owed nothing. If y'all were giving reparations today, y'all would blow all that money. Not all of you. Some but you know who I'm talking about. Will blow all that money on materialistic things and not put a dime of it towards building generational wealth or putting it towards like necessities. Blow it overnight practically and then be right back where they were 2 seconds ago. But anyway, y'all, I appreciate you stopping in. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell, receive notifications for when I do upload a new video. Hey, my Instagram has been hot lately, okay? I mean, I'm over 2,000 followers right now, and I appreciate that a lot. And I look forward to it to continue to grow and hopefully migrate over here to YouTube, and it can, hey, look, I can do a career switch. I'm good for it. And hey, look, my dogs need to eat, okay? I'm an animal lover. I love especially my dogs. So again, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell, receive notifications. Follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to get everything else up and going too. It's just a lot. That's why you only get one video out of me a week. But stay blessed, stay prayed up. Hit you guys on the next one.